Here's a story you've never heard before. A Dodgers starting pitcher gets injured. USC lands yet another 5-star recruit to its football program. And Austin Eckler channels his inner Kylie Jenner in order to negotiate with the Chargers. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city of the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos morning report. I'm in a fantastic mood. I've been spending time with the wife. How we've been spending that time, none of your business. But let's talk a little LA sports. Make us all happy. If you like the content that we put out about LA sports, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. By all means, comment. There's always good stuff to talk about with LA sports. And by the way, we added a new subscriber to the Angelino Familia yesterday. Thank you for getting in on the ground floor. I appreciate every last one of you. Before we go through the news and notes, look at the scoreboard. Last night, opening night in Major League Baseball, and the Dodgers took care of business. Will Smith, 4 RBIs, Dodgers 8, Arizona 2. Meanwhile, up in Canada, rough time of it for the Kings. They were shut out for the first time since January 19th, a 2-0 loss to Edmonton. Meanwhile, today, Arizona's still in town to face the Dodgers. Dustin May, he's 2-3 from last year, will be pitching for LA. Merrill Kelly, lovely name, 13-8 for the Diamondbacks last year. The Lakers are going to be at Minnesota. That game's at 5. Big game for the purple and gold. If they win tonight, they leapfrog over the Timberwolves into 7th in the Western Conference. Meanwhile, the Clippers are going to play Memphis, also at 5. Kawhi Leonard is questionable for personal reasons. I have to be honest with you. That guy misses so much time, I question his personal reasons. I don't want to wish ill on the guy. Maybe he has some legit problems that he has to take care of. But he misses so much time, I'm wondering if his personal reason is, I just don't like playing basketball. Act like a anyway, he might have a real issue. So, last night was a splendid night over at the Ravine. You might have even seen how some drunkard got like really hyped up on romance and booze, and he jumps the fence, he runs out into center field and tries to scream a marriage proposal to his girlfriend, where he got his just reward. He got blasted by security as hard as security could hit them. That hit was purity. I mean, we all have football teams that we hate, right? Where we just secretly, privately wish that the team we love can just totally annihilate the other football team. You wish the opposing quarterback got hit as hard as that lunkhead who ran out on a center field last night did. Stop proposing to your girl in front of tens of thousands of people. Marriage proposals are sacred. They're supposed to be quiet, contemplative, romantic, charming. That's not charming. Getting drunk, wearing clothes that don't fit, stumbling onto the field, and getting hit by the police as hard as they can. Now, and by the way, yeah, way to go, pressuring the girl in public like that. If there's anything that says, I give it 6 months more than public marriage proposals in front of 55,000 people, I don't know what does. No, stop it. I don't pay my ticket money to watch you get the hell beaten out of you by security, dude. I hope you paid for cubic zirconia so you can afford the bail. Now, as for the game itself, I'm sorry, I had to get off on that rant. As for the game itself, you know, it's never too early for a Dodgers pitcher to get injured. We've seen this story for years, have we not? Right? It's almost like a hazing process. To be an official member of the Dodgers pitching staff, you have to be on the injured list. Much like hazing in college. You go to college, you see a fraternity that you like, you want to join, you have to pour like a jar of honey down your crotch and then walk buck naked through a swarm of bees. That's for college. You get it on the injured list with the LA Dodgers. Ryan Pepiot is now officially a Dodger because they put him on the 15-day injured list. He has a strained oblique. And it's hilarious because Ryan Pepiot used to be the emergency guy to replace the injured guy last year. You had a Ryan Heaney go down, a Tony Gonsolin go down, a Tyler Anderson. There was Ryan Pepiot on the plane from Oklahoma City. You, sir, now are an official big leaguer because somebody has to come up from Oklahoma City to replace your ass. That guy is going to be Michael Grove. Michael Grove is going to get 2, possibly 3 starts. The number of injured Dodgers, the list has grown to 7 Dodger pitchers. That is an amazing list. And what's also amazing is Pepiot was added to the big league club this year to replace the injured Tony Gonsolin. The depth of Dodger pitching, guys, I tell you, I swear. USC has landed the last 5-star recruit out of the class of 2023 yesterday. And it is a unique, kind of a unicorn little pickup, if you will. Tight end Deuce Robinson of Phoenix, Arizona. Adding him to the roster boosts the Trojans recruiting class for 2023 up into the national top 10 over, ironically, Oregon, which was also in the hunt for Robinson. Robinson selected USC over Georgia, Alabama, Texas, and Oregon. And that signals just how much Lincoln Riley has changed the culture with USC in the span of a year. You recall last year's team was built primarily through the transfer portal. Now USC has a top 10 recruiting class. 24/7 Sports called Robinson the 17th ranked overall prospect. ESPN called him the 40th. There's some variance there, but that's not the story. The story is tight ends rarely get listed as 5-star recruits. That's how dynamic he is. He's going to give USC a target in the red zone that they did not have last year. Just 2 days ago, Lincoln Riley was complaining a little bit over the lack of talent at tight end. This guy solves that problem like that. Now, he also, by the way, wants to play baseball. He wants to be a 2-sport star, hearkening back to the days of Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders. So this is a really important get. Now, it has to be tempered, though. The guy is a unicorn. It is a guy you would want on your team. But yes, we realize, because we watch USC regularly, that they have pressing needs on defense that probably have not been addressed. So I do hear you, Trojans fans. I do hear you. The Trojans, by the way, have 4 of the nation's top 100 recruits in the class of 2023 recruiting cycle. So they did their work. We've been talking about Austin Ekeler of the Chargers a lot over the last few weeks, about how much he wants to get a pay raise, how he's dissatisfied with what the Chargers are talking about, so he requested a trade. The Chargers said, yeah. Austin Ekeler is a delusional young man. The market for running backs is not that good. It just isn't. And so what do you do when you're dissatisfied in modern culture? You guessed it, he made an Instagram clip. Well done, dude. Very mature. This is how all big negotiations go, right? I mean, I remember the day last year when the people at Microsoft, they put on WAP on the loudspeakers, and the entire board of directors started twerking as part of the negotiation process to buy Activision. It was a $66 billion merger, but until they started backing that ass up, nothing was going to happen. And the same for Austin Ekeler, who has clearly decided to show his inner Instagram model. Why would you do that, dude? Why? Ekeler literally has no idea how easy it is to replace him. He wants a big payday. He has never rushed for 1,000 yards in a single season. And as for Bolts GM Tom Telesco, he told The Athletic, quote, "We like him, but there's no prediction on what happens," unquote. In other words, there's the door. We let you seek a trade, and you still can't find somebody to pay you more dough, bro. Straight up. They want to keep him. They do. But they're trying to save money so that they can keep their quarterback, Justin Herbert. There is not a major market for running backs, pal. And it doesn't matter if you open an OnlyFans account. Well, actually, that might be your source of your pay raise. I don't know what the league thinks about OnlyFans, but that might be your answer here. Keep playing air guitar in the end zone, dude. The man, he's a grown man posting thirst trap clips. How do you want me to comment? I don't hate him. Thirst trap clips? Are you kidding me? Like he's in there like a 35-year-old divorced mother of 8, trying to desperately get attention. Also for the Chargers, defensive tackle Braden Fehoko, he has signed with the Steelers. Now, I'm not going to try and tell you that this is a big loss for the Chargers, because it isn't. But respect the man. Respect him, because he's made himself a career. He started as a pro 3 years ago on the Chargers practice squad, and he's slowly built a career. He played in 9 games last year, started 3 of them. Started 3. So respect to him. He's building himself up. The foreign soccer press. I've been saying this repeatedly, like a mantra. Don't trust the foreign soccer press. Like, for example, a few weeks ago, LAFC supporters, they were all excited. They thought they were signing somebody from Leeds in the Premier League. All of that came from the foreign soccer press. Poof, gone, like a puff of smoke. Where is that guy, right? Having said that, Galaxy supporters are guilty of doing the same damn thing. The only reason, and as you know, I am a Galaxy supporter, but the only reason I didn't fall for it was a foreign soccer press who was reporting ad nauseum that Douglas Costa was going to be bought out by the Galaxy this week and play in Brazil. Wrong. Greg Vanny comes out and says Costa's playing for the Galaxy this weekend. So I guess not. We are stuck with Douglas Costa for another year. Well done, foreign soccer press, once again. But having said that about the Galaxy, that's not necessarily a needle mover in terms of fan support. We've been talking about this for months. The supporters groups for the LA Galaxy, groups that number in the thousands, have announced that they are going to boycott the season until there is a house cleaning in the front office, particularly President Chris Klein. They are extremely dissatisfied with Chris Klein's performance in terms of putting a team together that goes on the pitch, and of course a cheating scandal that came off the pitch. They want him gone. And they have decided not to show up to games except to protest. Now, originally, the idea was just to protest once. At the home opener 2 weeks ago, that one was against the Vancouver Whitecaps. I think the Galaxy supporter groups think that they have made an impact and they want to go for the kill. The reason I believe this, they have announced a second protest before this Saturday's game at Dignity Health Sports Park against the Seattle Sounders. At 6:30, they're going to meet in Legends Plaza. Legends Plaza is the place where they have the statues of Landon Donovan and David Beckham. And they will be holding yet another Klein out protest and then boycott the game. There were a few hundreds protesters last week. We don't know how many are going to show up this week. But again, they think they're making an impact. And they might very well be. Because before the first protest, all you heard about from this boycott was maybe from the LA Times. There was an ESPN reporter who wrote about it. Hercules Gomez, an ESPN analyst, mentioned it. Now it's in The Athletic. The Athletic wrote a long piece about how the Galaxy supporters are pissed. And, oh, by the way, Taylor Twellman, former MLS star, current MLS analyst on Apple TV, is flying in specifically so he can see if this boycott is making an impact. National voices are weighing in on Chris Klein and the LA Galaxy. Keep an eye on Adrian Kempe of the Kings, who can actually make a milestone that no Kings player has made. Since 1994, no Kings player has scored 40 goals in a season since Luke Robitaille did back then. That's the Wayne Gretzky era, folks. Kempe has 36 goals. He has 7 games left to cross that 40 goal threshold, so he's got to go on a bit of a hot streak. And finally, the Rams, they had proposed to make roughing the passer a reviewable penalty. The NFL yesterday said, no, we are not going there. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Let me know what you thought about opening night with the Dodgers. Let me know what you think about USC's recruiting class, or if Austin Eckler really needs to get more followers on his social media that much. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos, because we're talking LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Quian Corte El Queso production. Take care.